Welcome to episode 5 of the Untitled RPG Devlog. In this episode, I'm taking advantage of the change we made last episode to character health and working on the combat system. First of all, there are some small changes to combat that make everything smoother. When enemies move around, they now slide to their new positions smoothly, unlike before, when they would just teleport. There have also been some updates to the spell menu. If you press the cancel button while selecting a target for a spell, it will take you back to the menu. Before, it would select the first spell in the list. Now, it instead selects the spell you were just trying to cast. Additionally, players who forget what a spell does can press the menu button for a description of the spell they were hovering over. Speaking of spells, there are some new ones. These new spells are more complicated than the basic spells, but offer some opportunities for creative combinations that the older, simpler spells don't. First is the spell Spiked Shield. This spell costs no energy and has 2 ammo. It will deal physical damage equal to the amount of damage you're about to take this turn to a single foe. Essentially, if you look at the yellow pips of health on your character, that's how much damage the spell is going to deal. This spell is great for characters with a lot of health, as well as characters with very low resistances, since they'll take more damage. A character could even do damage equal to their maximum health with the right build, one-shotting the foe that's attacking them and putting themselves out of danger of being knocked out. Next is the spell Cinder Soul. This spell costs 1 energy and has 4 ammo. It deals fire damage equal to the number of enemies attacking the character who uses it times 2. For example, if someone were being attacked by 3 enemies, Cinder Soul would do a whopping 6 damage. This spell would be useful in a build that tries to taunt enemies to attack it, then strikes with a high power attack. A simple yet interesting spell is Shiver Strike. It costs 1 energy and has 3 ammo. With this spell, you can make your weakness into a strength, dealing ice damage equal to 2 plus your weakness to ice. This spell can do a lot of damage, but you have to sacrifice ice resistance to do it. Just make sure you don't get hit by a snowball. Energy Blast is the next spell on the list. It costs no energy and has 4 ammo. This spell deals thunder damage equal to the amount of energy your character has. It's not very good at the start of a fight, but if you build up enough energy, you can fire the spell repeatedly for powerful, consistent damage. The armor in this game currently only goes up to 3 energy, but this spell will really shine once players get access to armor with higher maximum energy. A weird but fun spell is Acid Spew. This spell gives 1 energy and has 4 ammo. It deals plant damage based on the amount of ammo it has remaining. The first time you use it, it deals only 1 damage, then 2, then 3, then a final powerful hit of 4. It's a great spell for long, drawn-out battles because even though it starts out weak, it gets quite strong. Plus, every time you use it, you're gaining an energy. Rock Skin is a simple yet quite effective spell. It gives 1 energy and has 2 ammo. It deals 2 earth damage to a foe, and also clears all status effects from you. This spell could be used in conjunction with other spells that inflict negative status conditions on the player. While it might look strictly better than Mudshot, the basic earth spell, the fact that it clears positive status effects as well gives Mudshot a niche. Plus, it has 1 less ammo. Gale Slice is a great spell for players who enjoy the positioning aspect of this game. It gives 1 energy and has 3 ammo. It deals only 1 wind damage to a foe, but if you move this turn, it deals 4 wind damage to that foe instead. The final new damaging spell is Arcane Purge. It costs 1 energy and has 3 ammo. Arcane Purge is interesting because while it only does a single void damage, it does not take up your turn. That means you could cast 3 Arcane Purges, plus another spell, all in the span of a single turn. Of course, it's limited by costing an energy and its ammo. There's also one new non-damaging spell, Taunt. Taunt costs 2 energy and has 4 ammo. When you cast it, all the enemies on the field attack you. Why would you want this? It means the enemies aren't attacking your teammates. Whew, all that battle is a bit tiring, so how about we move on to something relaxing? Oh, I know the perfect thing, fishing. I've always loved fishing minigames for being just the right combination of relaxing and exciting. This fishing minigame is inspired by one of the best ones, the one from Stardew Valley. You can start the fishing minigame by interacting with this fishing spot. Your goal is to keep the fish inside the segment of this rotating ring. If the fish is in it, the segment turns green, and the bar in the middle slowly fills up. If it's not, the segment turns yellow, and the bar in the middle empties. If you can get the bar in the middle to be totally filled up, you'll catch the fish. If it empties all the way, then too bad, it looks like it got away. You control the segment with a single button. If you aren't pressing it, the segment starts moving counterclockwise. If you are pressing it, it moves clockwise. This sort of simulates reeling in the fish, I guess. Maybe. I don't know, but it ends up being pretty fun this way, and that's about all I can ask for. So why would you want to fish? Fishing will give one of 6 new items: the sparkfish, the frostfish, the flarefish, the pebblefish, the galefish, and the mossfish. Each of these items are consumables that are used in battle. They can be used on an enemy to deal 3 thunder, ice, fire, earth, wind, and plant damage respectively. These fish will be very useful for hitting enemies' weakness with an element that you don't have access to. Well, that's it for this episode. Do you have any interesting ideas for spells or consumables in battle? If so, I'd love to hear from you, and if you want to keep following the progress of this game, I'd appreciate it if you had subscribed. Thanks, and have a great day.